This is the Around the Districts podcast. I'm Gabrielle Mazar,
And I'm Nancy Twizian.
and we're going to talk about prices. So, one of the main things that Trump ran on was reducing prices on day one. And guess what? Things are not cheaper, are they?
No, and day one's over.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
Just
I
to
mean,
let you
we're
know.
how many days in now? Yeah, day
Too
one
many.
is long over. The price of gas is pretty much the same. Actually, I think it went up
Higher.
for a little bit,
Yep.
and
40, 50 cents
yeah,
higher.
it's out of control. So yeah, grocery prices have gone up. These tariffs have caused people and businesses to raise their prices. So yeah, like, and Trump himself said he doesn't couldn't care less if prices go up, and it's expected. I mean, obviously they were going to go up, right?
Yeah, well, for sure. Their biggest goal is to um they want us to be little pawns. I'm gonna be honest. They want us to be pawns, and if we're pawns, then they could privatize everything and just own everything. That's their biggest goal.
I mean, it's silly. We were talking about Amazon, and we want you to check your Amazon. If you have anything in your Amazon account that you have in your cart that you haven't purchased, and it says, the price might go up, the price might go down, go in and just check it. See kind of where things are at, because we've noticed that the price of everything there in our Amazon accounts has gone up, and gone up by a lot, not just, a few bucks. We're talking, 15, 20, 25%. So
Right.
prices of things have gone up exponentially. I was just in um, France, and with the tariffs that they're expecting, the prices of wine, I could buy it there much cheaper, but to get it back here, the tariffs cost me quite a bit more, and they haven't even put those into effect yet.
Absolutely. And if you don't have anything in your Amazon cart, put something there
And
and
hold it
just
and sit
hold
on
it
it.
and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, because just hold it and see what happens. So that'd be very interesting. People also don't realize that a lot of companies buy stuff, months ahead. Um, and so that's why we haven't seen the tariffs really hit us very hard, but they will be hitting us very hard, and we're going to see outrageous pricing very soon
If they ever go into effect, which hopefully they don't.
because he's a chicken.
Yeah, because he's a taco.
That's why he's a taco.
But but I mean, here, like, we wanted to see grocery prices go down, right? That was one of the main things that he went on, and I can definitely tell you, I don't really notice. I don't pay attention to how much, things cost when I go grocery shopping, because I'm gonna buy what I need to buy. I need to eat. I'm a single person buying food for myself. I'm going to buy what I want to eat regardless. But even I've been noticing recently how absurd things are priced. I mean, just to buy a thing of asparagus is $6.
Yeah.
Not even organic asparagus.
Avocados,
Avocados,
crazy price.
limes, lemons, just things that you purchase every day are outrageously priced, because I mean, one, with whatever tariffs they put on Mexico and Canada, those are things that we trade with them regularly.
Yep.
So
Well, not only the tariffs, but the people who are working in the fields for
correct.
us, well, we're deporting them all.
Who are now afraid to go to work because they're afraid they're going to be deported at work, who aren't going to work, or who are being deported because they show up for work, or they're being deported in their homes.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean,
I think, but this is a perfect opportunity for Americans to get jobs and work those fields. I mean, because who doesn't want to
yes,
sweat for $5 an hour?
but I
I
don't,
don't know what they get paid,
I
but
don't, I
five
don't,
was a good number.
I don't, we'll say
Yeah.
five. I don't know
Okay,
what
why
it
not?
is, but I don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it.
That's hard labor, and they come and they work very hard, and it's very sad that this is what's happening. But it's not even just prices of food. We're talking, the gas prices, prices of cars, because of course, the tariff effect is affecting that too, because guess what? Even if it's American made, there are still some parts of that car
are from
that are
other countries, yeah.
imported. So even though you can build that car here and maybe some of the things are manufactured here, not all of them are.
Yep.
So they're closing down plants and people are losing their jobs and the price of cars is going up. We're finding all of this happening. So it's like day one promises, right? Another promise broken by the Trump administration.
I don't I would love for somebody to tell me a promise that was not broken, please. So that would
Mm.
be a nice
He
thing.
is deporting people. Not as
He
many
is.
people as he said he was going to, and not the way he said he was going to, and not criminals because he's deporting all people
Yeah.
that are not
Like that 5-year-old birthday party the other day. Yeah, total criminals.
and they're going into foster homes
Yeah.
now and arresting children in foster homes. They're doing a lot of things that are just
Another podcast.
despicable. A
Yeah,
whole
another
other podcast.
podcast, definitely.
But yeah, so what we are seeing with our economy here is we have seen inflation is starting to rise. Where they're saying that it's probably going to continue to go up. We have seen the GDP go down. The World Bank is saying that GDP will be cut in half this year, so probably within the next 6 months. Hopefully, we won't see that in the next 6 months, but they're saying that that's going to be cut in half, which is terrible for our debt and our deficit, and probably going to be awful for prices as well. So the value of the dollar is going down. We were downgraded as well.
Right.
So the not the value of the dollar, but the security of the dollar is now
Mhm.
um, not as good. So yeah, I mean, just things that we're trying to afford are not so
And
affordable.
just to go over what a tariff really is, when the US government does get that money from the tariff, but then that gets put on, so I design and sell T-shirts. Um, just saying, Tempe Rising, get it before the prices go up. But when I buy a T-shirt, you know, I know I'm gonna have to pay higher prices because of the tariffs, and then, of course, I'm gonna pass on that higher price to you guys, so I would
And
suggest getting them
you,
soon.
as the business, pay that tariff. You pay
Yes, we
that
pay that too.
tax. Right.
Absolutely, and so that's why I say get the shirt now. Um, so, yeah, so the tariffs, the consumer is paying for those, and if you don't believe us, talk to us in about 4 months.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't sell a lot of merchandise, but it still affects my business as well. It's still going to affect, it's hugely affects small
well,
businesses. I don't know, with large corporations, how much it necessarily hits their bottom line, but obviously we are seeing businesses shut down
mhm,
branches or shut down manufacturing plants, and people are losing their jobs because of that. And if prices are higher and people are losing their jobs, what does that mean for the economy?
right. It means that they'll just raise the prices more because why not?
And then people can't afford anything.
And then they get upset at the homeless
Right.
that they made.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
also is, a whole other thing as well. So, I think it's one of the biggest concerns that we have right now is things being affordable. How can we continue this and what do we do?
I think one thing we can kind of look into though is starting a community, like let's start farming ourselves. Like if I eat avocados, can I make avocados at home?
I have two
Like
avocado trees. They've never once grown a damn avocado.
that's not something to be proud of.
It's not
Just letting you know.
avocado at all.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, let's start finding a place where we could start making. I know,
Co-ops,
yeah,
co-op
co-ops. I know
gardens.
there's a couple in the Tempe area. Obviously, we're just gonna have to go bigger because we can complain about the prices all day long unless we do something about it. Um, how we can help us, our the whole community survive together is gonna be a big plus. We had talked about that, when the prices went up during Biden, which they really, whatever. they had all these stickers out there. I did that. So I think Tempe Rising, we're gonna take a look at getting stickers um, that we could plaster all over the place, especially gas
They
tanks and
do
so
that
forth.
at grocery
Yeah,
stores, at the gas station,
yeah,
at other yeah, all over the place with those stickers pointing out the prices of things.
yeah,
And definitely, I know on the right, I always see people taking a picture of gas prices and then posting it as soon as the Democrat comes in and see, look at this. I will tell you, I did that. I did that.
right.
And the gas prices went up 60 cents
Yep.
in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I got out of my car, I didn't even think about it. I went to go pump my gas, and I laughed out loud. I laughed out loud because the price it was $4 a gallon for gas. I laughed out loud at the at the gas pump because I thought that things were supposed to get cheaper, and instead, they got more expensive.
We need stickers.
We need
It's
stickers.
obvious.
We need more
Mhm.
stickers.
We need stickers.
And just stop spending. Spend money
Well,
with your local small businesses and stop spending with huge corporations.
absolutely.
Stop spending on stuff you don't need. Stop spending on things that are just things. We need to, you know, make businesses understand that these things are too expensive and small businesses are the ones that are really hurting and struggling from this. So support local,
Hmm.
support your local coffee shop, support your local t-shirt makers, support your local Pilates, although that's a little price, but still supporting your local gyms and trainers and um just restaurants, things that things and places that are your local community, supporting each other to help build that community as opposed to buying everything on Amazon or, you know,
Or corporation,
or
whatever.
corporations,
What
canceling your Paramount Plus,
what did you
because
say about
they're
Target though?
oh, the Target lost, in that one-day protest, Target lost $12.4 million. dollars. So even doing things like those protests, even though it was nationwide, if we're protesting certain businesses, it does affect them. I mean,
Absolutely.
$12.4 million dollars is not a drop in the bucket. It might not be such a huge, huge impact, but that's money. That's a
That's
lot of money for them.
that's not even enough, but it's not enough money to have a military parade. Just saying.
It does not cover a military parade. It
Sorry,
does not
had to
cover
throw
a
it out there.
military parade.
But going back to supporting, if anybody who's watching this knows of a pro-democracy business in the LD12, LD8 area, which is Ahwatukee, West Chandler, Tempe area, and I think Gila River, I think also, um, has a business. Tempe Rising loves to partner with you. So if a Tempe Rising person is wearing their shirt into that business, we're hoping that that business will pair up with us and give discounts to our members, just like our small business here who's already known that she's going to do that.
Yeah.
So,
And helping out again, stuff like that when you're partnering with other businesses like that and helping to give discounts to people that you're partnering with.
right,
Again, that helps to relieve certain prices for people
eh,
and like at your coffee shop
right,
or at your little restaurant or at your Pilates studio. So giving those little discounts, although it might be minimal, it does help because those things add up.
right. And it also has you aware of what businesses are pro democracy. And I do list those on my newsletter that goes out right now. We have over 3,000 people that get that newsletter, and you get to list for free. So
Yeah.
it's all about building the community than me getting money. So,
Yeah, so things you can do. Find your I did that stickers and post those
yes,
everywhere and take
certainly.
pictures of it so that you have record and supporting any of those big business protests. So protesting, we did that protest for Target. I think the Amazon was pretty minimal. I think a lot of people forgot about that. But again, if we're doing those protests and it builds momentum, Maybe continuing to do that will make a bigger impact.
right?
Teaming up with other small businesses and helping to support small businesses and giving discounts for other pro
Mhm.
democracy businesses. Those are some small things that you can do to help relieve some of the prices, and maybe start uh, showing people or showing your support for people. And hopefully, someday soon, prices will go back down.
So why don't you
Um,
be a little proactive in it? We, as in probably me, can go look to see, do we have any more national boycott days?
yeah,
And if we do, we'll continue to blast it.
yeah,
And if we don't, we'll start one.
maybe we will.
That way, you all don't have to be, well, where can I find this? We can come up with something, and you could just follow whatever we're doing.
I like that. I think that's a really great idea.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we will do some more research on that and find some more boycotts and see if we
exactly.
can find any. And
Well,
if not, we will start one.
exactly. T-Mobile is a good place to start to also go to boycott because of Starlink.
Yeah.
They're hooked up to Starlink. So the reason T-Mobile is good is a lot of rural areas didn't have a Tesla. So they didn't have the opportunity to protest. So now they can go to a T-Mobile and protest there.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. So those are a few things that you can do. We know that prices are high. We know that they're going to continue to go up. Um, hopefully, hopefully we can make a change in that. But maybe share some of your stories.
Yeah.
Maybe you
Or
have some
solutions.
or solutions. Definitely
Yeah.
share some of your gas price stories, your grocery, maybe your grocery tickets, and share your solutions with us, or share maybe some boycotts or protests that you have or know of that we can help share with other listeners as well. So, thank you so much for listening to the Around the Districts podcast. Please like, share, comment, and thank you for listening.